look at some common mistakes students make when thinking about angles. Imagine these two angles labeled A and B. Both angles have the same measure, but one has longer rays than the other. We have two students that are looking at this problem trying to determine the measure of these angles in relation to each other. Atticus says the measure of angle B must be greater because its sides are longer. So what feature is Atticus focusing on? He's focusing on the length of the rays, but the length of the rays does not determine the angle measure. Angle measure depends only on how wide the rays open. Next, let's look at Scout's reasoning. Scout also compares these angles, but he actually uses a ruler to measure this distance right here. So he lines a ruler up right here, and let's say he measures this one to be 2 inches. And then he lines a ruler up right here, and let's say he measures this one to be 4 inches. Scout concludes that the angle with the larger distance must have the larger angle measure. What feature is Scout focusing on? He's focusing on the distance between the rays at a single point. However, this measurement depends on where the measurement is taking, so it does not accurately determine angle size. The key idea is this. Angle measure describes the amount of turning between two rays. It figures out how much this first one has moved to get to the second one. It does not depend on the length of rays or the distance between them at some point. Helping students focus on the correct attribute is a major part of teaching geometry. And mistakes like these are actually valuable learning opportunities. When students explain their thinking, teachers can guide them toward more precise mathematical reasoning. Next, we'll learn how to measure angles using one of the most common tools in geometry, the protractor.